Imagine waking up one morning, going to get your favorite cereal for breakfast, only to find that half of your mouth is numb. This is actually a true account of one of my coworkers who, due to a wisdom tooth not being taken out at the proper time with all the rest of the teeth, had these symptoms. Wisdom teeth can actually be a problem for most people. What they are is the third molars that come in a person's lifetime. It usually comes around the young adulthood stage of one's life, between the ages of 17 and 24. Today I'm going to explain to you some of these health risks that are avoided when you do get these wisdom teeth taken out. I did a lot of my research online. I interviewed my coworker, and I'm using my own experience that I'm currently going through with my wisdom teeth. I feel like this information is beneficial to you and even to your loved ones, to anyone really, because if you ever did get these symptoms, you'll know exactly what it is and you'll know what to do in a timely manner. Some of the things I will be going over today is why our teeth become impacted and what that even means. 2, some of the health risks and their symptoms that come along with it. And 3, why oral surgeons suggest or what they suggest about wisdom teeth. Let me explain to you the initial problem. My first main point is that there is simply not enough room in your mouth, or most of the time there's not enough room in your mouth for all 4 wisdom teeth. What happens is because there isn't enough room in your mouth, the wisdom teeth comes in and they become impacted. What impacted means is when a tooth is impacted, the tooth does not come up out of the gum properly all the way or at all. So what happens is the tooth, instead of coming up out of the gum, it goes sideways onto the other teeth, pushing up against it. This causes overcrowding. And if you have had oral or orthodontic work done on your mouth, all that can become null and void if this overcrowding makes your teeth become crooked. Other problems that impacted teeth can cause leads me to my next point, which is the second point. Some things that you should know about and health risks that comes with these symptoms. Here is a picture of an impacted tooth, and this is the adjacent tooth next to it. A lot of times what can happen is food and plaque becomes trapped and lodged in the space between the adjacent tooth and the partially erupted wisdom tooth, causing an infection either on the wisdom tooth or on the adjacent tooth, or even causing tooth decay on either of these tooths. Another thing that can happen is down here on the root of the tooth, a cyst can form around the base of the tooth, or even a tumor can form, causing your jaw to become swollen and very painful. Also, something else that can happen is your roots growing down too far, and down here you have a nerve line that runs through your jaw, and if the roots go down far enough, it can affect your nerve line, causing your mouth to become numb, like in my coworker's case. Or on the opposite side, for the teeth going up, the roots can grow up far enough to where it affects your sinus cavity, causing you to have immense headaches, and very much pressure is added to that. But now that you're aware of these symptoms, we can go ahead and see why a lot of oral surgeons suggest the next point I'm getting ready to share, including my own oral surgeon. My third main point is getting your teeth out earlier and all at once. The sooner, the better. When you're younger, your roots aren't completely formed, and so it's easier to get them out instead of trying really hard. Another reason why you should get it out early is because you have less chance to damage the root, or the oral surgeon has less chance to damage the root. By avoiding these health risks, you should get it out earlier and all at once. Dr. Thomas Dodson of Massachusetts General Hospital, an attending of oral and maxillofacial surgery, says, "It is no longer necessary to leave painful and serious side effects to chance. Though, if you do keep your wisdom teeth, it is good to keep monitoring them and monitoring any symptoms that come along with them. In this case, you'll know exactly what to look for and to get it squared away if you do have these problems. Now let's go over what we discussed. Alright, we learned that first of all, there's not enough room in your mouth for all these wisdom teeth, which can cause impaction of the teeth. 2, we learned some of the risks and the symptoms that come along with it, including the cysts and tumors or infection and decay of the tooth. 3, we learned that the earlier and the sooner, the better you get your wisdom teeth out. It is more beneficial to you. If my coworker had gotten them all out at once and an earlier time, she would have avoided extra costs, extra time off, and in the extra surgery. And she would have avoided these symptoms. I encourage you, if you've never gotten your wisdom teeth looked at, I encourage you to go to an oral surgeon or your dentist to get them looked at to be sure that they are where they need to be.